Hey guys, welcome back. So now here in this session, we'll start a topic called foreign currency setting. So we'll see guys, like certain configurations are there, right? So what are those configurations? What is the logic behind that? What kind of question can be asked by people from this topic? These all things we'll see one by one. Now guys, if you talk about foreign currency, right? So we know very well that now there is cross-boundary trade. Cross-boundary trade in the sense like cross-border trade, we can say, right? So every companies are like trying to become multinational organizations and all. And nowadays, almost whichever at least medium-sized organizations are there, of course they'll be having either customer or vendor from a different market, in the sense from different country. So if any other country involvement, stakeholders are involved, in that case, what is happening, guys? Then the transactions is happening in foreign currency, right? Now, say for example, India, right? So India means whatever the neighboring countries are there, guys, trade may happen. Or else not only neighboring countries, guys, there are lots of companies which is having my market in USA, they are having market in UK, they are having market in Australia, right? Such kind of European countries and all. Now, say for example, so Tata Motor is having, say for example, like a Tata Motor is having market in US. So manufacturing unit is here in India. Manufacturing cost is quite less, guys. That is why almost every companies are keeping their manufacturing units. Even foreign companies are also preferring their manufacturing organizations either in India or China, right? Because labor cost is quite less, cheap here. Now, say for example, manufacturing unit is here, and so the manufacturing is happening here in India. After manufacturing, whatever the vehicles are there is transported to USA. So first of all, there will be a central location, right, where this vehicles are going to be stored first of all, in the sense it is going to be kept. From there, it is going to be distributed to a local distributor. So that is called, let's suppose, depot. So wherever this depot is there, right, or you can say storage locations in terms of normal manufacturing. What is this one? Let's suppose. So wherever this depot is there, it belongs to a particular owner, right? That property belongs to a particular owner. And every month, that owner, in the sense, let's suppose it's a kind of organization itself, guys, that is a kind of company itself, or real estate company is there, let's suppose they have given the land and certain building on rent, Tata Motor has taken. So for that property, let's suppose that builder is charging, or that organization is charging rent every month from Tata Motor. So every month, what is happening, guys? A rent related invoice is going to be posted, right? So say for example, this much rent will not be there, guys, but I'm just putting an example. Okay. Now, and in that, there is one more rent. So these all are from whatever the corporate offices are there in India, from there. So this is there in Indian currency, or whichever your company code currency is there, right? But this is in USD, right? So now if you're going to here, let's suppose if you have to publish a financial statement, right? So here it is going to be 28,100. This is not the correct figure, right? The correct figure will be These all amounts supposed to be converted into local currency. So let's suppose 1 USD equals to 60 INR. So it is going to be 6,000, right? And then how much, guys? 34K is our overall rent which we have paid, right? So this example I have given on Excel sheet, it is pretty simple to understand, right? And since only one transaction is there in foreign currency, so it is pretty simple to convert. But where is the problem, guys? In big organizations, there are such kind of several transactions are there. So it is impossible to convert those transactions because first of all, if you talk about financial statement, so financial statement, let's suppose is going to publish here for India, then all the asset values, whatever asset liability or expenses, revenue, whatever is there, it is supposed to be shown in the local currency itself, right? Investors, in the sense like whoever the stakeholders are there, right? So everybody, they have to keep their financial statement pretty simple, right? So first of all the foreign currency is supposed to be converted into local currency, and then they will say that this is what the expense, this is what the revenue, this is what the asset, this is what the liability, and based on that, whoever the stakeholders are there or future investors are there, they will do their calculations and all for further investment in that particular organization, right? Now, so as I said, like multiple such kind of transactions are getting posted in foreign currency, right? So it is supposed to be, so foreign currency means what is happening, guys? This transaction must be converted into local currency automatically. And this balance is going to be picked up by system for preparation of financial statement. In financial statement, if you talk about overall rent, we have paid how much? This one. Not this one. Not this one. This one. Right? So if this automatic conversion is happening, guys, then look at here how the work is going to be easy. Manually, there will be some 4 or 5 users or employees supposed to be allocated to find out, to trace out the foreign currency transactions and all, and then they have to convert it manually because, as I said, for big organizations, multiple such kind of transactions are taking place, right? At the same time, by using ERP, no need to maintain any resources for that, guys. People are going to post the transaction in foreign currency itself, but automatically system is going to convert this foreign currency transaction into local currency, and the calculation also is going to be done by system automatically, that one foreign currency equals to how much local currency. No matter you post the transaction in USD or Euro or GBP or AUD, Australian dollar, right? Or CAD, whatever it is. Now, so guys, how it is going to happen? It's pretty simple. For that, we have to do certain configurations. What configurations, guys? Look at here. Here is the configuration. This is the path I have specified. Transaction code is also there. Define translation ratio for currency translation, and then we have to maintain exchange rate. Can anyone explain the logic behind this translation ratio, guys? I'm not expecting from everyone, but at least 1 or 2 candidates, whoever has taken this training earlier. What is the logic behind translation ratio? What is the use of translation ratio? Anyone want to say anything?
Sir,
Yeah, Jafar, tell me.
we use translation ratio. In exchange rate, we cannot use 5-digit numbers, sir. So we use translation ratio for that. only 4-digit number only we can use in exchange rate. So we need to define transaction ratio if we want to enter more than 4-digit number.
Okay. So ठीक है. Whatever you said is correct, but I think other people are not able to understand. Okay. But yes, I understood. Any other answer, guys? Who can simplify it? Anybody? Okay. No issues. I'll explain, guys. Don't worry. And a very simple explanations will be there. So, practically, I'll show you. We have to define this translation ratio. And then, okay, so what is the logic behind that? I'll come back on this. First of all, so what is happening, guys? There'll be an exchange rate table. There'll be exchange rate table where we are going to maintain the rates. Okay, let's suppose one USD equals to 69. How SAP will come to know? So somewhere we are going to specify this rate. And once you post a transaction in foreign currency, let's suppose I'm going to post a transaction in foreign currency, this one. So while posting a transaction in foreign currency, what is happening, guys? System will check in which currency this is going to be. This transaction is getting posted. System get to know it's USD. System will check this table. 1 USD equals to how much INR. So based on this one, system is going to convert. Why? Because SAP knows very well that this transaction is getting posted for which company code, guys? Tata Motor. And what is the local currency, guys? What is the local currency in the sense? At the time of creation of company code, we have used this currency. So this is called local currency, or it is also called company code currency. Right? It is also called company code currency. So SAP knows very well that company code currency is INR or its local currency is INR, whereas the transaction is getting posted in USD, US dollar, right? So it means this USD must be converted into INR, right? So how the conversion is going to happen based on this table. Now, what is the use of translation ratio, right? I think practically, if I'm going to explain, then it will be quite easy for you guys to understand. So don't worry, I'll explain. So right now here, this is how SAP is going to. Even in this, there will be some more thing which I have to explain. Okay, so I'll just do one thing, guys. I will just okay. Now, first of all, let me log in. We'll do the configuration first, right? And it's taking time. So configuration is pretty simple, guys. If you talk about the configurations, it's pretty simple. This server is gone actually. Let me delete. It's not there. Now, so we have to maintain a translation ratio. What is the use of translation ratio? That also I'll let you know. But first of all, let me maintain. Now here. So first of all, what we have to do, guys? But if you talk about the configurations, you must have to maintain the translation ratio. OBBS is the translation. Why we are maintaining? That you need to understand. So here, make it yes and click on new entry. So here, exchange rate type that you have to give, and then USD to INR and a date. Okay, a date like, let's suppose I'm going to give 14th August and ratio. Okay, so somebody has already maintained this, right? Somebody has already maintained. It's okay, no worries. It is, look at here, this is not being maintained at company code level. Okay, so somebody has maintained in the sense, let's suppose here exchange rate type M from currency USD INR 1408. This one. So it is maintained, right? It is maintained today. Okay. So if it is maintained, no need to maintain again and again. It's okay. Somebody is maintained. It's okay. No issues. So 1:1. What is the logic behind that? Right? Apart from this, I entered exchange rate type. What is the logic behind this M, guys? Pretty simple. Say for example, now, okay, let's suppose again. Now the thing is, so what we have to do, guys? Okay, so I'll just do one thing. Say for example, as an individual, if I have to go, I am planning to visit USA, or you are planning to visit USA, right? So in that case, what is happening, guys? In that case, if you're going to visit USA, you need to have US dollar in your hand, right? So right now in our hand, local currency only will be there, guys, right? So generally what is happening? Then we are going to visit certain financial institutions, guys, that is banks only. Okay. So bank says that if you give me like, let's suppose 60 Indian currency, in the sense 60 INR, 60 rupees, then I'll give you $1, $1, right? So here it means $1 equals to 60 INR. So bank is saying that I will just do one thing. Okay, guys. So now we are talking about what? This one, right? So now I have on the recording once again. So now here, so bank is saying, okay, bank is saying that you are buying US dollar at this rate. 60 Indian currency you have to give $1 you got, right? So now we'll talk in terms of bank perspective, right? So as per bank is selling $1 at this rate. So this is called bank selling rate, right? That is called bank selling rate. Now, okay, so at this rate, bank is selling US dollar. Once, let's suppose I spend my holidays and all, I came back. Now, certain US dollar is there in my hand or is in your hand, right? So there is no need of US dollar here in India. So what to do? In that case, again, we have to convert that US dollar into local currency, guys. Again, you have to visit the bank. Now, this time bank is saying that, okay, you are having US dollar, right? So you just do one thing. I will, I will buy this US dollar from you. Okay. But the condition is I'll give you only this much. So look at here, at this rate bank is selling the US dollar, at this rate bank is buying the US dollar. So this is called bank buying rate, right? Now, so which rate we have to maintain? This rate or this rate, right? This rate or this rate. So it depends. It depends. Now, so, okay. Let's suppose guys, someone just tell me if we have, if I'm having vendor in USA, like from like let's suppose there is a vendor. Not only in USA, guys, even nowadays USD is a global currency, right? So say for example, multiple countries are there, all the African countries, right, where the people are expecting.
Sir, can I say something?
Yeah, tell me.
I think we have to maintain the average of the bank selling rate and bank buying rate.
Okay, 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 okay. So now let's suppose I can maintain average rate here. This is the average in the sense this plus this equals to this divided by 2, right? Equals to 58. That is the average rate, right? Simple mathematical calculation. Now the question is, if I'm having customer and vendor both, in that case we are going to maintain average rate. If I'm having only vendor, then which rate supposed to be maintained, guys? Tell me. Anyone? And let me know the logicals. Explain the logicals. The question is, if I have only vendors, if I'm having a vendor belongs to USA, right? So if I'm so foreign currency transactions are taking place, right? Now, so in that case, in exchange rate table, which rate I'm supposed to maintain? This rate or
Uh,
this rate or this?
I think, sir, we have to maintain the bank buying rate because when the US vendor will pay in us in US dollars, we have to convert that into in INR
Okay,
because that's what we use in India. So bank buying rate we have to maintain if there is only vendor.
okay. Anybody else, guys, want to say something?
He is a vendor, so we need to pay for him. So we need a dollar. So we need to buy a dollar. So we, yeah, that is reason I'm
So
saying yes, sir.
what you have to tell me like which one, which rate we have to maintain, 60 or 56 or 58?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're talking about this one, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Any other logic from anybody? Mahesh, want to say something?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yes, sir.
The
Bank selling rate only.
Okay. Momita?
yeah, bank selling rate,
Why the
bank
why
selling rate as we
why the
have to
cup?
buy. Yeah, may
Okay.
continue.
Okay, Momita, you tell me.
As we have to pay the vendors, so we don't have. We have to go to bank, and from there we have to take and we have to pay them.
Okay, I think Mahesh is also saying the same thing because he also said the same thing. Mahesh, the same logic, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So yes, guys, that is the correct one. Fahad, like ये vendor कौन vendor payment करता है बोलिए? Which vendor is going to make payment?
Yes, sir. Yes, I got it wrong. The opposite. Yeah.
So the thing is,
Yes.
see, vendor means
I
we have to
realized it
make
now. Yeah.
payment, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
So in case only vendors are there, then this, right? No need to maintain average rate. In case only customer is there, right? Then this. And in case of both, we are going to maintain the average rate. Okay, AVG as simply right. Okay, in case of both, in the sense like here, case of both. Okay, so now this is how we are going to maintain. So that's what, like, certain codes are there, guys, right? So M represents average. Now, so that is why what I have done, guys, I maintained here M. Okay, I'll just do one thing. I think it is gone. I'll have to log in once again. So translation ratio we have already maintained, right? And I have not explained the logic behind that. You just go to, so that is a mandatory setting you have to do, but I'll explain logic. Go to OB58, I think, OB08. And here, let me check whether it is already maintained or not. Exchange rate type M, USD, Indian currency, 14 at this date. So on 13th it is maintained, right? On 13th it is maintained, but 14th is not maintained, right? So generally what is happening, guys, this exchange rates, maintaining the exchange rate is a regular activity, because foreign currency, the rates will keep on getting fluctuated, right? So regular basis, it is going to be maintained. Say for example, if it is not maintained today is 14th, if it is not maintained, then whatever the latest rate is maintained, that is going to be picked up by system. So I'll explain in a very simple way, guys. Don't worry. One by one things I'm going to explain. There is a logic behind each and everything. Okay, first of all, you go to FB50 and I'll post it for it. I'll just post a transaction here. And here, let's suppose, okay. So first of all, you just change the currency, making payment in US dollar. I'll just keep one USD. So look at here, amount in document currency. Document currency means transaction currency, USD. And here, local currency, that cannot be changeable, guys. Based on our configurations, automatically system is going to convert foreign currency amount into local currency, right? And here, let's suppose credit 1. And if you press enter, assignment field is a required entry, you make it something. Okay. Look at here 71, 71. It is like latest. Latest from this one is going to appear, right? The same thing if you want to just copy here and make it 14. Okay. There is a logic behind this indirect quotation and direct quotation also. That also I'll explain. So now on 14th, I'll make it, let's suppose, generally 60 rupees, right? So this much differences will not be there, but anyway, for practice, we can maintain anything, right? Differences will be quite, very small differences only will be there. But anyway, now just give me. Okay, guys, kids were there. Now, so 60, I have maintained, right? Just save it. So what is happening, guys? Always the latest rate is going to be picked up by system. Now there'll be question like which rate is going to be specified, right? So that is client. We are not going to suggest like which rates or which websites they have to refer and all, because see, client is having existing business, right? So before this SAP, also they are having foreign currency settings, in the sense foreign currency related transactions and all. So whatever procedure, whatever websites, whatever like things they are going to follow up the same procedure, same thing they are going to follow. The only thing is transaction is going to be posted into SAP. Rates are going to be maintained, so lots of websites are there, guys, which is going to be followed by these people, and they are going to maintain the rates. Okay. Now here, once again, this real account. So once again, I have just specified $1 only, guys. Press enter. So once again, assignment, right? Okay. If I make it like, let's suppose $10, or let's suppose $20, and here also $20. So now look at here 1200. Automatically conversion is happening. No headache at all, right? If you want to save, you can save, right? You click here on display. So this is what the transaction 20 USD has been posted, right? This is in foreign currency. That is called document currency. If you click on display currency, then it is going to be converted into local currency. Once again, display foreign currency, right? Okay. Now there is a question from Hardik. Who will maintain the exchange rate on regular basis? Its users are going to maintain the exchange rate on regular basis. This is not our headache, guys. This is not our work. They are going to maintain the exchange rate. So this responsibility will be allocated to one or two users, right? Those people are going to maintain the rates on regular basis. Okay. Now, so what is happening, guys? This is how transactions are going to be posted. Now, again, then the next one is, what is the logic behind translation ratio, right? The logic behind translation ratio is, I said like we are going to maintain 1:1 as a translation ratio. Okay, this is clear. Let me. So generally, let's suppose I said here 1 USD equals to 60. Right. So generally, what is happening, guys? We are going to maintain a translation ratio in this. Okay, USD versus INR. This is USD versus INR. What is the ratio? 1:2. Okay. But what will happen if I'm going to make it 1:10? Or can I make it 1:100? And if yes, then in which case? Right? So guys, okay, got several messages. So this one I'll explain in next session, guys. There are multiple messages. Okay, so that I'll explain in next session. I have to explain one more thing that is called saying this one. The logic behind direct quotation and indirect quotation. That I'll explain in next session, guys. Okay, I'll stop the session here.